if you go by the sample, this sample, people are showing a lot of excitement. They have some expectation from them. It was not difficult for the kid because kid was an easy kid. Okay, but kids have their own routine, and if they are sleeping, they are sleeping. It used to give me a lot of scare at times. Sometimes I used to get lost in my performance, and suddenly I used to come back into my senses and realize, how could you do that, Manoj? The baby is dictating your shots. The baby is dictating the pace of the shooting. So it's a whole lot of different game altogether. When I'm working, it's difficult to be a family person. I'm going back to my wife and my kid. It's very difficult to entertain them or be with them completely. Industry has been of this nature since a very long time. They are only talking about box office. They are talking about box office predictions. So in turn, what they are doing, that they are hyping it up more and more and more and more. Not Manoj Bajpayee, Devashish Bakija, promoting the film. It's the people who have already been hearing about the film, or the people who have seen the film in many of the festivals. They are already talking about it. They are getting the rest of the audience ready to come into the theatre and watch the film.
Hi guys, welcome to FilmiBeat. This is Murtaza Iqbal and आज मेरे साथ एक ऐसे एक्टर और डायरेक्टर है जिनकी फिल्म मैंने देखी और मैं ऐसे मूवी जब खत्म हुई उसके बाद मैं थोड़ा ऐसे स्पीचलेस हो गया था कि मैंने अभी क्या देखा है. वेल आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट जोरम जो 8 सितंबर को रिलीज होगी इन थिएटर्स एंड आई हैव मनोज सर एंड देवाशीष सर विद मी टुडे. हाय गाइस, वेलकम टू FilmiBeat.
थैंक यू
सर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं ना ये इंटरव्यू की शुरुआत करना चाहता हूँ ट्रेलर से कुछ कमेंट्स पढ़ के. उसके बाद आई विल गो टू आस्क यू द क्वेश्चंस.
वाओ, that's the first one.
Yes, so let me start this. Manoj Bajpayee sir is just awesome, real talented person. No one like him. Give a chance to Manoj sir, he never fails to give the potential. Manoj sir nailed it again. Manoj sir is not simply acting, he's just leaving the character. ये कमेंट्स है और मैं पढ़ते जाऊंगा ना सर तो मुझे लगता है कि मुझे 10 मिनट नहीं 10 घंटे लग जाएंगे. एंड देयर आर इवन कमेंट्स वेयर दे आर सेइंग दैट when you both come together it's magic on the screens.
Wow.
Now these are the audience's expectations. I have seen the film तो मैं ये कह सकता हूँ कि ये expectations को exceed करती है मूवी. But जब ये audience का expectation है सर.
God, you are such a cutie pie, yaar.
So but now these are the expectations of the audience. क्या कहीं थोड़ा भी pressure feel हो रहा है?
No.
He's an old hand.
You are feeling the pressure.
Of course.
Are you?
I have never had a theatrical release. I'm feeling a lot of pressure.
No. You are.
But I just know that you're in the team,
You are,
so I
you are
don't need to
selling
take
through.
the
Believe
pressure.
me, you're selling through. He's just right. If you go by the sample, this sample, one thing is sure that you are going to get an audience who is going to watch your film, but how many more will come into the theatre, that only future will tell. But definitely people are showing a lot of excitement. They have some expectation from the film, as you said.
Yes.
At
It
least
will exceed.
that it will exceed. For that, thank you very much for really saying that and for really believing in this film.
Yes. So I would like to start by asking you both. This movie, of course, you are there, but there's this very cute child in the movie. How difficult it is to shoot with a kid who is not even, I think, a year old or maybe a year old, but
3.5 months.
oh my God.
It's a 3.5 month old.
And kid is there like throughout the film with Manoj sir, doing like everything that Manoj sir is also doing. So how difficult was that?
That only he can tell you.
Oh my God! It was not difficult for the kid because kid was an easy kid.
Yeah.
Okay, but kids have their own routine. And if they are sleeping, they are sleeping. If they want to sleep, they will cry, and you are making them work.
Yeah.
And to catch the kid in a happy mood or in a dazed mood, and if it is required for the shot, if that look is doing some magic to the shot, you have to be plain lucky.
And you have to be ready.
You have to be ready.
Hyper ready to go around the baby's mood.
So it's sheer, the baby is dictating your shots. The baby is dictating the pace of the shooting. So it's a whole lot of different game altogether. What I went through it, his team was fantastic, so professional, so caring for the baby. That was my biggest concern when I read the script in 2016 as to how you're going to shoot with the baby. First explain me that, because the little ones are, they can really uh, ruin my whole day if if I hear something, I see something on the social media, something
Yeah.
wrong happening to them, it can really kill everything about me.
Okay.
But acting with a baby was very difficult. And I have explained it in many interviews of mine that, it's not only about staying into the character, but also always aware that there is a fragile, human life in your hand. Y- You can't hurt her. You can't let her anything happen to her.
Yeah.
So it was difficult. It was very difficult. I never shared this with him, and but that was something that I went through. It used to give me a lot of scare at times. Sometimes I used to get lost in my performance, and suddenly I used to come back into my senses and realize how could you do that, Manoj? You just forgot that there's a baby in your hand. So all of those moments used to scare me quite a lot.
Right.
Would she be your most difficult co-actor of your entire life?
Yeah.
Actually, not difficult, I would say. Even when I'm washing her in the in the re-
In
re-
the bathroom,
Yeah.
in the
toilet,
bathroom of the
train.
of the train,
Yeah.
I think once or twice she cried, but that was also required. Okay, and that's how someone hears the voice from outside.
Yeah.
But she actually cried, because she was feeling uncomfortable in that very cramped up
Yeah.
place. And then and the cameraman is actually so close to my face. He's trying to capture my performance, and but at the same time there's a tap, and I have to save the baby from the tap.
Yeah.
I have to perform and really think about the baby and her head and the tap. So it was a very, very difficult, but that's how the script was, and we had to do it really well. We had to sail through, and I'm so grateful to his team, who was taking care of the baby so well, and their parents, and really making sure that everything happens very smoothly.
Right. Of course, the movie is not just a survival drama. It's more than a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, of course, I cannot give spoilers, anything right now. But how did this whole idea came? Is there any chance a real life inspiration in this?
No, I get asked this often about all my films because they derive from real life a lot, and I try to reflect the tone and the smells of the real world also in my films. But no, none of my films, including this one, are based on real life incidents. It's a lived politics. It's a lived experiential kind of research of all these worlds and all these people who I am not. I am not a part of that world. But I try to fictionalize as much as possible, not just incidents, but also characters and places and the tribe. The tribe itself is a fictional tribe. We've
Yeah.
mixed and matched from 3 or 4 tribes. So I don't like to make a film that's beholden to fact or the real world, because we are trying very hard to make it emotionally accessible and to find an emotional thrust and keep emotion center stage. You bog it down with too much real world facts, it's not going to do its emotional job.
Right. Sir, there is no doubt that you are one of the best, in the Indian film industry, not just in Bollywood, I would say the whole Indian cinema. But when you play such characters, do you have this thing that once the pack-up happens, it's difficult for you to go back home and, get out of that zone?
See, when I'm working, it's difficult to be or be a family person. If I'm going back to my wife and my kid, it's very difficult to entertain them or be with them completely. Also, for that reason, what I started doing that whenever I'm doing these kind of films, I stay out. I stay in a hotel, so that they don't get disturbed by my involvement with the film, and they don't expect anything else from me when I'm. So it's better to stay away, and this is where actually it was Shabana who suggested this to me, because there's a little one at home, and she doesn't understand that he's with the character, he's in the mood, he's in his zone. She doesn't understand. So when you going home, you are actually giving her expectation that her father has come home. But in reality, father is somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, he's completely in different zone. So it's better to stay away for that, for those many days. So even for Joram, when we were shooting in Bombay, for all those scenes, construction site and road sequences, I was staying in a hotel, away from everyone.
Right. You know, I would like to know this, that of course you have been in this industry for like 29 years, given hits, critical acclaim movies, national awards, everything. But today now, for example, we are talking about a theatrical release of yours. You know, the trade analysts and everyone, they talk about all the big movies, you know, okay, this is coming, itna ye hai, wo hai, buzz hai. Does that somewhere a bit feel bad कि यार हमारी भी फिल्म आ रही है? Why aren't people talking about it?
No, it doesn't, because you know, because industry has been of this nature since a very long time. They are only talking about box office. They are talking about box office predictions. So in turn, what they are doing, that they are hyping it up more and more and more and more, which is required for a film which already invested around more than 150 crores. So it is required for those kind of films. Our film is very story oriented. It's not box office oriented. It's very story and character driven film. And we want, we are already creating that much of curiosity among the audience, and that we come to know through the social media, and which is all right. And that this film will find its audience.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhere very sure that, and that audience, whoever will come, they will get few more audience in. So eventually, we are not spreading the awareness. It's the audience who is going to be spreading or doing work for us. That is why I say that, you know, for this film, it's not Manoj Bajpayee or Devashish Makhija, you know, promoting the film. It's the people who have already been hearing about the film, or the people who have seen the film in many of the festivals. They are already talking about it. They are getting the rest of the audience ready to come into the theater and watch the film. I just hope I'm right. I just hope that whoever comes inside the theater, send more people in theater, and they become our mentor. They become our promoter. This is what I'm expecting from the audience.
Right. You know, not revealing much about the movie, but you know, of course, environment is one of the topics that the film discusses. When you guys read about, like recently it was said that Mumbai is said to be one of the most polluted cities. Delhi has always been talked about the pollution. When you guys read about how worried you are about the whole environment thing.
You should be worried.
Yeah, we've gone, honestly, we've gone beyond a certain threshold. And any attempt now to even turn back the clock needs a concerted effort from probably the entire population, and will still take another 50 years. So we are living in a very dangerous time. Therefore, a film like Joram is called Joram because it's the legacy. It's questioning, what are we doing? What kind of a legacy are we leaving behind? And where is this going to go? And are we even... We don't have answers. If we had answers, I'd probably not make a film, I'd be in policy making. But at least let's ask the difficult questions. Nobody even is asking those questions.
Right.
Right. So lastly, as I don't have time before I wrap up, and some people come and kill me if I don't wrap up, I just want to ask is there a chances of a sequel, the way the movie ends? I want to ask you that.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Not giving out much, sir.
Yeah.
See, I didn't tell you what happened, right? I just said chances of a sequel.
I don't know. I mean, a story like this, if it's ended on that kind of a note where you feel there should be a sequel, then there should not be a sequel. Really, the audience should stay with those questions and probably look for their answers for the rest of their lives. That's the point of a film like this.
Right.
Right. So thank you so much for being with us, and all the best for the film. And once again, I'm telling in the camera, guys, go and watch this movie.
Wow.
It is one of the, I think, must watch of the year. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So 8 December, Joram is releasing in the theater near you. Please go and watch it with your friends and family, because it's a UA film with no single cut by censor. Hi, this is Manoj Bajpayee.
This is Devashish Makhija.
And you are watching us on
FilmiBeat.